Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. We are back to our fall decor, though I do miss the Halloween decor. We're back to my favorite, which is the fall decor. I love it. So in today's video, guys, I don't know who she is, but we're going to be reviewing the new Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. What? So you guys want to see what this palette's all about, what my thoughts are, and was this worth like the $70 that I paid for it? Well, then definitely keep watching. Alrighty guys, so if you guys don't know, I am not a neutral bitch in the slightest. I am definitely a color whore or a color connoisseur. Those are the type of eyeshadow looks I prefer to do, but about 2 weeks ago, I did an anti-haul where I talked about this new Huda Beauty Rose Quartz collection, and I saw this and I was like, oh my god, it is so beautiful. I knew I had to have it. And I was like, who is she? First off, because I never really buy Huda Beauty products. You guys know that. I find Huda Beauty to be so luxurious, so expensive, and it's really hard for me to spend $67 plus some change on an eyeshadow palette. I'm always like, what? That's so expensive for me, but I knew I really wanted to get this palette. It actually launches today. Now, I did pay for this myself. I was not sent this in PR, though Huda Beauty, if you ever want to send to me in PR, your girl, I'm open. But I did pick this up at Sephora because not only did it launch online at Sephora as well as the Huda Beauty website, it also launched inside stores. Now, the only downfall was I was only able to pick up the palette. They also launched a new Silk Balm Rose Quartz Illuminating Lip Balm and the Rose Quartz Holiday Vault, as well as like this Wishful face mask. They also launched a Rose Quartz Illuminating Highlighter, and it's a $39 highlighter. It looks like this. It is so beautiful, but unfortunately Sephora didn't have it, and I called around to several Sephoras to see if they had it, and none of them had it at all. They were never even given it, and I looked at the Sephora website. It wasn't on there either, so I'm just assuming that right now they're not selling it. I don't know if it's a Huda Beauty exclusive. I looked online. I didn't see where it said that it was, so unfortunately I don't have that highlighter to review today. I really wanted to get that highlighter, and I did pass on the lip balm because I didn't want to pay $21 on a lip balm, and then paying $39 on a highlighter is kind of a steep, so I may or may not get that highlighter. I really wanted it for today's video, and knowing me, I'll probably just get it on Huda Beauty's website because they do offer Afterpay, but I unfortunately don't have that for today's video because they didn't have it in stores, and I really wanted to. So instead, we're just going to be reviewing the new Rose Quartz Huda Beauty palette, and we're going to find out if it's really worth the $67 I paid for it. So with that said, guys, what is the new Rose Quartz Huda Beauty palette? Wear the energy you want to attract with this crystal-inspired eyeshadow palette, featuring 18 supercharged shades that are effortlessly easy to blend and layer. Our Rose Quartz collection has been created to inspire you to glow your own way. The rich earthly hues, rosy tints, and pearly metallics will bring you the best beauty vibes and memorizing makeup looks. Okay, so this is how the palette looks. First off, I had to match. It's actually kind of cold here in Florida, and I would say it's cold, although most people laugh and say it's not cold, but it's like 65 degrees right now. It feels amazing, but it's cold, so it's a perfect excuse to wear my Disney Spirit jersey. I have so many Disney Spirit jerseys at this point. It's kind of sad. They've overtaken my closet, but I thought it was like so perfect to wear this rose gold one with the Rose Quartz collection. Now, I will say from first impressions, the palette is actually beautiful. It's a very, very beautiful palette. I love the way the texture looks. It does look like it's like one of those crystals, like those like amethyst or you know, those ones you like cut in half. It does really give you that vibe. Very beautiful. I love the way the outside looks. But when you actually feel the actual component itself, like it feels, I hate saying this, but it feels a little bit like a cheap packaging. Like it just feels like one of those like heavily plastic containers that just feels like if I drop it, it's going to shatter and break really easily. And it's a little disappointing knowing that this is a $67 palette, that this is how it feels, but it does have like a nice, least heavy texture to it. On the inside, here is the color scheme itself. Now, this is a very, very, very gorgeous color scheme. And again, someone like me who absolutely hates anything neutral, I'm kind of shocked at how beautiful I find this palette to look. Like, truly, it is beautiful. I really do love that about Huda Beauty. I love how they do different sort of shadows. They make them really unique. Now, this shade right here, this is called a Love Stone. This is how that highlighter was supposed to look. And Fuck it. I'm just going to buy the highlighter. By the end of this video, I'm going to buy the highlighter. I won't do a video solely on it, but I will definitely have it in future videos. So I'm going to buy the highlighter. I'm just going to get it. Just sucks I couldn't get it today, but this is how it looks. It is a very, very beautiful, soft, neutral eye palette. You can do some really soft glams with this look. You could do everyday looks with this. You could probably even do like more of a nighttime sexy look with this. I'm never one to gravitate towards a palette like this, but I just could not like believe how gorgeous I think this palette is. Like I truly do think it's beautiful. So you do get 8 shades. You do get 18 shades in here. On the website it says that there's 8 velvety soft pigmented mattes, 3 high shine buttery metallics, 3 pearly soft shine metallics, 3 quartz inspired multi shimmer marble creams, and 1 crushed stone pearly gloss hybrid. So it says there's minimum fallout and kickback. So we're definitely gonna be putting that to the test. But so far, this is definitely really beautiful. And I can't believe like this is like $67. You know, in reality though, for 18 shades, it being $67, that's really not that bad of a price point. If I'm going to be realistic with you, it's really not that bad of a price point. And what I do like is when you do compare this to all the other Huda Beauty palettes, they do have the very same feel and look. Like I know the nude palette looks very similar to this. The Mercury Retrograde palette looks very similar to this as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all these shades for you. Then we're gonna dive straight into this look. And I'm gonna see if this is really worth the price point because it's something I just never really do for myself. It's actually funny because I told a story long time ago that the first Huda Beauty palette I ever bought for myself was the Desert palette. I still have it to this day. It's still safely in its box with like the little shield and everything, and I have yet to use that palette. And the reason why I haven't used the Desert Dust palette is because that was the first luxurious palette I've ever bought for myself. Like literally I was, I don't know, a couple years into serving and I was just getting into YouTube, barely had any money and not like much changed, but I didn't have like money like that to afford to spend on an eyeshadow palette, and I did, and I cherished it so much. And it's something that I will hold on to for a very long time because I just have such fond memories of it. I have such fond memories of being able to pick up this palette, go to the cashier, check out, and be so proud of myself that I was able to afford something like that. Like that meant so much to me. And I know to some people that would be like nothing to you guys, but for me, that was everything, because if you guys knew the struggles that I went through to get to where I am today, like that was just, oh, that was such monumental like time for me. Like I was so ecstatic that I was able to purchase a $67 palette. Did I have buyer's remorse? Oh my God, yes. And I thought about returning it like 500 times that day, but I'm very grateful that I did because it just showed how far I've come and how much hard work I put into my job was finally starting to pay off. So it was really nice. So let me go ahead and swatch this for you guys, and then we're going to go ahead and dive straight into the eyeshadow look. All right, so I zoomed you guys in so you guys can see this better, but the very first shade we have is Quartz, Aurora, Gratitude, Cosmic Love. This is a beautiful duochrome shift. We have Empowered, and then the shade Joy. Okay, so then we have the shade Precious, this gorgeous shade called Energize. We have the shade called Lovestone. This is that weird shade Lovestone. This is that clear crystal hybrid gel one, and it feels like very cooling putting on the hand. Then we have Cherished, this beautiful shade called Blissful, followed by the shade called Happiness. Okay, then we have Mantra, Serenity, Abundance, this beautiful moonlight shade. Oh, I can't get over how gorgeous that is. Radiant, and then the shade Self-Love. All right, guys, so that is all the swatches. I would definitely say that some of these shimmers in here are absolutely amazing. They feel incredible when you swatch them. Like Cosmic Love and Moon Magic and Blissful, you can definitely see the multi-chrome shift whenever you touch them. They feel amazing. They feel very creamy and buttery. The only weird one is the shade Lovestone. That just feels like that weird gel texture. It's like a weird gel. Like it just feels like a jelly, like a minty jelly. It's super weird. I've never played with a shadow like that before, so we're definitely gonna have to try this out. I think this is like what the highlighter is supposed to be like, but maybe I can just use this as a highlighter. I could try. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, and we're gonna go ahead and get this look started on the new Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. All right, so I'm gonna take the shade Cherished right here, and I'm gonna start to put that like kind of like all over the lid, which is mostly in my transition shade. So I hope everybody had a safe and wonderful Halloween holiday. Corey and I did nothing, and it was amazing, like truly amazing. Well, it's not we didn't do nothing, but we ended up making spaghetti, and that's something I didn't talk about in my previous video when I did my Halloween video, but we made spaghetti. And the reason we made spaghetti is because years ago when Jenna was alive, we used to go to her house on Halloween, and she would always make us spaghetti. Like that was just like her thing. So in order to honor Jenna, I wanted to make spaghetti. So I made spaghetti. And we watched horror movies, we ate candy, we had desserts, and of course we watched Hocus Pocus because that is like a must do. And it was really, really nice. It was so nice just to like stay home and spend time with just me and him and our 2 dogs. Like our best friends invited us out to go trick-or-treating with their kids. And as much as like I love trick-or-treating, well, I don't really participate. Well, because I don't really eat candy. I know it's weird, but I don't really eat candy that much. Like, I just don't have the biggest sweet tooth. I have a sweet tooth for, like, cupcakes and cakes and stuff like that. But, like, candy, I don't so much. I'll have, like, a few, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want any more. But, you know, I do enjoy trick-or-treating. So she did invite us out, but, I don't know. We just wanted them to have their own family time with just her husband, and the 2 kids. And we just wanted to stay home and just, honestly, just enjoy each other's company. Because pretty much every Halloween, we have gone out and like done something. We never really just stayed home, and I just really wanted to be with my babies. Like I just wanted to be with my babies, and like I love my dog so much, for like my kids. I just want to be home with them and be home with Corey. And typically we would have carved pumpkins, but since we've already done that for the video, we didn't have any pumpkins to carve. But what we did have though was a big mess to clean up, because the pumpkins that we bought were just a little bit too ripe, if you know what I mean. And we walked out yesterday morning to our pumpkins completely disintegrated. Mold had grown all up inside it, and pumpkin juice is spilling all over the floor. We're like, awesome. And typically we put our pumpkins outside, but because we did it for the video, we honest to God forgot to put it outside. So that was a lot of fun to clean up. This shade is absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to diffuse it just a little bit more, but this shade is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do inner to outer. So we're going to start with that shade Lovestone. I really want to try out this shade. It has like a weird texture to it. It's like really bumpy and grimy. I remember when they came out with their palette last year that looked like it had COVID-19 in it. Do you guys remember that? That's kind of what this is reminding me of. This is how it looks. It feels sticky, but we're going to take that and we're going to start to just place that right here to see if I can get it to be a pretty color. Ooh, that actually really is kind of pretty, but it's so light. I don't know. We'll have to keep playing with that. I want to take the shade. This is like my favorite shade in the palette, and it's a shade called Moon Magic. This is just like truly so beautiful. Wow. I'm going to start to place that right next to this shade. Like the way that this looks and the way it shimmers, guys, I'm not kidding. This thing is so beautiful. It is almost like the way I just moaned. It makes you feel like it's almost orgasmic. You know, though, sometimes makeup can be that way. Not gonna lie. I don't know, guys. Do you see that? Like, I don't know. It's like sitting on my lid, but like it's almost like a clear base. I don't know. It's trippy. It's trippy. Okay, then I'm gonna take my LBE 3 brush. You guys can use code Allie to save you guys 10% off your purchase at Lunar Beauty. I'm never gonna get over that. We're gonna go into the shade Happiness right here. I'm gonna start to tap that in. I'm gonna start to blend these in. I don't know how I feel about that Lovestone shade, but it's really weird for me to do something that's like very soft and romantic. It's kind of nice too at the same time, because it's something that I don't ever really do. And we're just going to lightly tap that in this outer corner. We're going to start to bring that forward to mix it in. But do you guys see how pretty this is? I feel like this is so trippy. And I'm only saying it's trippy because like, I don't know like how well this is coming off on camera. Like in person, this is a really beautiful like eyeshadow look, right? But like I feel like the shade Happiness blended out just a little bit too easy. I kind of feel like it got a little patchy, or I'm just not used to this. I'm not used to shadows being so soft to work with that it doesn't take much to do an eyeshadow look with. Because that looks like super quick and easy, right? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that shade Lovestone. Like I feel like it's there, but I just feel like I just made my lids look like weird because it's almost like wet and it's starting to crease right here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Energized right next to that. Like very like, oh, look how beautiful that is. I wonder if I can just go over Lovestone just a little bit. Oh wow. This is just so weird for me. I feel like there really isn't more I can do for this look. I really want to do something very soft, easy, something you can do out the door. I mean, that's kind of what like neutral soft glam is about anyway. So I feel like if I overdo it, it'd be too much. So I don't know. I don't know what else to do. God, this cosmic shade though, for real, Cosmic Love. Like, ugh, do you guys not see how beautiful that shade is? Like, ugh, so gorgeous. But I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I'm kind of sitting here like, that was super quick and easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other eye off of camera. We're gonna come back and do the under eyes together. I'm really thrown off on myself because I typically don't take this short to do an eye look, and I'm kind of thrown off of myself. I don't know what to do. It's weird. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. So now that the face is on, I do want to go into the shade. I want to kind of mix two shades. I want to go into the shade Gratitude right here, along with the shade Serenity, and I kind of want to mix the two together and go underneath my waterline with that shade. Honestly, I thought about putting on lashes, but I feel like this look is so soft that I really don't want to put on lashes. I kind of just want to keep it like a neutral, easy eye look that I can just wear out the door without having to worry about lashes, and just kind of go more natural, because that's what this look is just truly like calling me for. It's just to do like a very, very natural looking makeup look. Well, as natural as can be, honestly. Okay, so before we continue, I want to try something. I'm going to quickly throw on a blush. I'm just going to go into the Jaclyn Cosmetics Rouge Romance Affair palette. I'm going to dig into the shade Dante and French Kiss. Tap that in here. I already have bronzer on. I'm actually wearing the Jaclyn's Sun-Kissed, like, beachy bronzer. That's what I've been wearing. I've actually been wearing that recently. So I'm trying to get into more cream products. I just really can't get into cream blushes yet. I'm just not there. But I'm trying. Okay, so because we didn't have that illuminating honeydew glow thing from Huda Beauty, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try going into this liquid highlighter from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is in the shade High Beam. I never do liquid highlighters. I find them very, very intimidating, especially since I'm very, very oily. These tend to not be very good for my skin. So we're just going to take like the tiniest like little drops. And I mean like tiny, just boop, boop, like so. And then we're going to start to blend that out with my finger. This is like my way of like kind of like replacing what would have been the Huda Beauty one that they just didn't have at Sephora. Don't get me wrong, that's definitely giving me like a glow, but it's more of a wet dewy glow, which I guess this is what the Huda Beauty would have done, right? They would have done more of like a wet glow. I feel like that's what it's giving me. Definitely like a really nice wet, almost like I'm sweating. But what's really gonna happen is give it about like an hour, my oil is gonna be like, skirt, what is this on your face, bitch? I gotta compete, and it's gonna compete to have the #1 shiny spot. So very beautiful. I tried to replicate what I thought that highlighter palette would be like. If you guys want to see what that actual highlighter palette's about, I know there's several reviews out now with people trying it out who got it in PR. Unfortunately, I don't get PR from Huda Beauty and didn't have it sold at Sephora. So we're gonna make do. We're gonna do something very like what I think would be very similar to like a dewy highlighter, like a glow from within wet highlighting look. So I wanted to try to replicate it as best I could. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go throw on just some mascara. I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. All right, guys, and this is the final look. I feel so pretty right now. I really do. I feel super pretty. I feel very like soft and like girly and romantic, and I feel like I can go out and go to work like this. I can go on dates like this. I can go shopping. I can go to dinner. I can do so much with this look. I feel extremely beautiful, and I love how it looks. I really do. I love that I'm just wearing my natural lashes today. I'm not wearing like actual like falsies. I'm just doing mascara, and I just feel very simple and elegant, and this look was so easy to achieve. Like, I'm kind of blown away at how easy this look was to achieve. Like, I'm kind of like, wait, what? Skirt, you know, because it doesn't ever happen for me like this. Usually I take forever to do an eye look because I'm always doing like a lot of color, but to do something very soft and simple, I'm kind of like, that's it. That's all I had to do. So I know you guys are probably going to ask what I'm wearing on my lips. I'm always so complicated. So I am wearing the Jaclyn Hill. This is the Cupcake Lip Liner. And then I go all out. Show Off from Laura Lee Los Angeles. And then I am wearing the shade Oh Hi in the very center with the shade Outspoken all over the lip, on top of that with the shade Oh Hi in the center. And then I'm also wearing Candy Drip lip oil. I wear a lot. I know I wear a lot, but I think lips are my favorite thing to do. And I wear a lot of lips. I wear a lot of stuff in my lips. So overall, what is my impression on the Rose Quartz Huda Beauty palette? Well, this is my first time ever reviewing a Huda Beauty product on my channel. I did do a mystery box unboxing, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. If you guys ever get a chance and Huda Beauty releases more mystery boxes, I highly recommend checking it out and getting it because it's so worth it. But this is my first time actually reviewing a palette. And first off, the outside packaging is super beautiful. I love that it has that crystal feel look to it. I love how it looks. And when you open it up, you just have like all these beautiful, beautiful shades in there. Now, I really don't play with Huda Beauty that often, so to sit here and say that the formula is quite nice, I can say the formula is quite nice. Now, the mattes were very, very soft. I only played with 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes today, and I could say they're very, very soft. I feel like this is a type of shadow that's not going to last fully all day. At least I don't know if it's really going to. I found the shade Happiness to be a little bit deeper when I swatched it, but when I put on the eye, it just kind of sheared itself out just a little bit, but in a very good way. Like nothing that I feel like it's going to just shear itself out to like disappear, but just enough where it can give that really soft pinky look that wasn't too overpowering and was very easy to blend. And the shade Happiness and Cherish blend very, very beautifully together. I was actually thoroughly impressed. So whether these will last all day, I'm not entirely sure, but I can safely say that it didn't really have any fallout on the face. It didn't have much kick up in the pan like it advertised, but it is very soft on the eyes, so I don't know the longevity of it. That's the only downfall, is I don't know the longevity of it. As for the shimmers, these shimmers are very, very creamy and very buttery. Like the shade Moon Magic is probably going to be my favorite shade. I love that it shifts between purple, pink, blue, and a little bit of rose gold. And then the shade Blissful, again, that's another beautiful shade. Then you have Cosmic Love. I live for duochromes. And then like the shade Energized, like these shades are very beautiful. They're very creamy. They're very, very buttery. They glided on beautifully on the eye and they have so much pigment. I absolutely am loving it. Like I will not be able to get enough of this Moon Magic. I'm probably going to be digging into this one enough where I'm going to hit pan, because I can see myself going back time and time again to play with that, because it truly is such a beautiful shade. Now the shade Lovestone, this is a very unique shade because it is going to be like that clear gel crystal. You could feel like the weird texture. It does have some pigment to it, but honestly it doesn't put down a lot of pigment. Like it looked like I just put on like a kind of like a clear gloss on my eyes. Like you guys remember when Morphe 2 first rolled out and the D'Amelios released like that weird jelly eye shadow? Like that's what this reminds me of. It just kind of reminds me like I'm putting a colorful Vaseline on my eye. That's what it feels like. And it was pretty. It did blend into the shade Moon Magic, but I just feel like it's just too little. I feel like this is the type of shade that you want to put on top of a shadow. Like let me see if I swatch the shade Happiness like on my hand. Okay, so here's the shade Happiness. I wonder if I just put Lovestone on top of that. See, it still doesn't really do much. Like it just doesn't really do much at all. It just kind of has a sticky base. So that's the only downfall to that one. But regardless of that, I still think it's a really, really beautiful palette. Now I didn't get to play with all the shades, but this is a palette I'm definitely going to be going back to time and time again because it really is gorgeous. Like it truly is a really gorgeous palette, and I just am finding myself so captivated by that. And that's so weird for me to say, just because you guys know how much I love a colorful palette. Like I love playing with color. That's usually all I ever play with. So for me to be captivated by this is, I think it's really saying something. So overall, this did retail for $67. After taxes and everything, I paid like 71 something. Is it worth it? While I absolutely believe it is so beautiful and I really, really enjoy this, I just don't know if it's fully worth the price point, in my personal opinion, because it's such a steep price point for what it is. You do get a lot of shadows, so I do appreciate that, but I'm just like, oh, it's still $71, you know? So I'm gonna kind of let that be your discretion. I can safely say that I don't regret buying this, and I can definitely see myself going back to this time and time again, especially for that shade Moon Magic, but it's still pretty expensive for what it is. So I'll let that one kind of be your discretion, whether or not you guys think it's $70 is worth it, this palette. That's gonna be kind of up to you. At the end of the day, I do think this palette's fantastic, but I'm gonna let that kind of be your decision. The only thing that's a bummer for me is that I didn't get to try out that new highlighter. I really want to try out that highlighter. It is a $39 highlighter. It's really expensive for what it is, but I just really want to try it out. So it's just unfortunate that this is available inside Sephora along with the new Wishful Balm and the lip balm, but the actual like highlighter itself was not. And so I wasn't able to include that in today's video. I'm still gonna pick it up for myself just because I generally just do want to try it. I tried to replicate what I thought would be very similar to it by using the Jaclyn Hill one, and I really do love how this this looks. It's very beautiful, but I'm just sorry that I couldn't actually grab the actual highlighter to review this for you guys today. So overall, I'm really happy that I have this. Like, I really am. I think it's great. Still really expensive for what it is. I will not take that away. Expensive ass palette, but I'm very happy that I have it. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. Super random of me to do a neutral eye look. You know, sometimes I gotta step out of my comfort zone and try things I normally don't try. Thus, me getting a Huda Beauty palette, because you guys have never seen me do that here on this channel before. But, you know, we are all about trying new things, and I'm very happy that I have it. I think this look is very beautiful, and I have no intentions of taking it off anytime soon. So that's saying a lot. If I'm keeping it on, that's saying a lot. I'm gonna hold on to this bad boy. I would say, I think the more I talk about it and the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is worth it. see what happens? Like, see, I just stare at myself more. I'm like, yeah, nope. You guys see that? It's beautiful. It's worth it. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys like this video. Please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4, mostly 5 times a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's Art for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey, and a huge thank you to all these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members that you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye! I'm wearing the shade Laura Lee. This is I'm wearing the shade like, God, black. Hey, guy. And it is just, I did pay for this. Wishful beauty face mask balm, and a this is a palette that allows you to play with and create very pearly soft shine metallics. Wear the energy you want to attract with this crystal inspired eyeshadow palette. The Mercury retrograde palette. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these sage. I always feel like somebody's watching me. On the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. I'm about to say highlighter palette. If you do, please make sure you guys get, if you guys do,